In this video, I am going to do the technical analysis of Dow Jones Industrial Average Index for the week commencing from October 4th, 2021. I will cover this technical analysis in two parts. First, I will do it on the weekly chart and then I will do it on the daily chart. So this way we will be able to get the most accurate results here. So I will start with the weekly charts first. So before I do the technical analysis, I would like to congratulate all of the people who have made some good money, or I would say like very good money in this week, because there was a very good fall in Dow Jones. Okay, so it gave you an opportunity on 2 days. Within a week, there were 2 days where it was Tuesday and so it gave you an opportunity to make at least 2 times or 3 times in the options. So if you were trading in the options of Dow Jones, okay, and if you have bought puts of the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, then for sure on these 2 days, Tuesday and you must have made at least 2 times or at least 50% within a day only. And if you were not trading in options and if you were trading in stocks, then you must have made at least 5%, a minimum of 5% on these 2 days. Okay, one was the Tuesday, September 28th, and one was September 30th. Anyways, let's do the technical analysis here. So this is the weekly chart. Okay, this is the weekly chart and these are the weekly candles. On this weekly chart, if you see that there is a bearish candle, okay, this last week, this bearish candle, it was formed for the last week. Okay, so this was a very heavy bearish candle, but on Friday, on October 1st, there was a good rebound in this Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Okay, which is why you are seeing a candle like this. But still, there is a very heavy body of this candle on this weekly chart. Secondly, the candle closed below this support. Okay, this was a good support, 34,537. Okay, this was a very good support. So candle closed below this support. Okay, so it is a bearish candle and it closed below this support. So it is an indication. And one more thing, this candle closed first time. Okay, first time almost after 1 year. Okay, since October, November 2020. Okay, this is the first time that the candle on the weekly basis, the candle closed below the moving averages. Okay, so below the moving averages, below this support, okay, and bearish in nature. So it is an indication that the market is trying to enter into correction. Okay, so why I'm saying that trying to enter or have not entered, the reason is that we need to see like how S&P 500 is doing. Okay, because both of these index, they work together. So if one index is entering into the correction, as it looks like that it is entering into the correction, this Dow Jones. But if this is not, if this condition is not fulfilled in S&P 500, then it will not enter into correction. So we need to see like what is happening in the Dow Jones. So as of now, okay, we can see that the market is trying to enter into correction. And it will be more clear on the daily chart and through other technical indicators. So if I talk about this, the support and resistances here, so support and resistances will remain same as they are for last couple of months. Okay, so we have very heavy resistance at 35,700. So 35,700, very heavy resistance. Then it was a good support, but now it will act as a resistance. It is 34,537. So you can set it like 34,500. So 34,500 now, because it was a support, but now it will act as resistance because the market has closed below this this support. So it is now going to act as resistance. And then we have very good support here at 33,592 or 580. You can say like 33,600. So 33,600, we have very good support. Then finally, a very critical support lies here at 32,600. It is at 32,600. So these are the support and resistances. So we need to see like what happened to this support, this particular support, which is now acting as resistance, whether the market is able to close above this resistance on the weekly basis or not, and if the market fail to close above this resistance on the weekly basis, then for sure it will come down and it will try to hit 33,600. Okay, and then further, and if it crosses and closes below on the daily basis on this support, this 33,600, then for sure it will come down to 32,600. Okay, it will then it will try to hit this moving average and this support. Okay, so because there is very heavy volatility in the market, so we can expect the market uh, to give us a movement of like 500 points, okay, plus minus 500 points or 400 points. And if there will be very heavy volatility, in that case, okay, in that case we can see like this 1000 points, okay, or more than 1000 points, like 1500 points, okay, in the market. So if I talk about the technical indicators, first we have the moving averages. Okay, so in this chart I am using 5 or 6 moving averages, but these two are very, very critical. Okay, and if I also include the Bollinger Bands, this moving average, then the market closes below these 3 moving averages. Okay, so it is a clear sign that there is very, very weak bull trend. If there is any bull trend, or if there is any bull momentum left in the market, then it is very weak, very weak. Okay, so you can say that it is bearish, that the market is bearish here, because it tried to close above these moving averages but it failed, so it closed below these moving averages and this support, which is now going to act as resistance. So through moving averages, okay, it is partially bearish. I will not say that it is bearish, but it is partially bearish. Ichimoku market is not expected to hit Ichimoku in next like 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. And if I talk about some other these technical indicators, then we have stock RSI. Stock RSI is clearly bearish, or you can say stock RSI is heavily bearish. K channel is less than D channel, and K channel is only 4.64. So it is expected that the K channel may hit 0.00. Okay, absolute bearish. And when the K channel will hit 0.00, market will come down heavily. And MACD is also bearish. MACD is clearly bearish. Momentum, yes, there is very good momentum, more than 75. There is very good momentum in favor of bears, not bulls, but in favor of bears. Divergence is okay here, not a problem. So all of these technical indicators on the weekly chart, remember, on the weekly chart, all of these technical indicators are saying that the market is bearish. Okay, now we need to see like what happens on what is happening on the daily chart, and then we also need to confirm the same in the S&P 500. Okay, and if the S&P 500 also confirms that it is bearish, then for sure market, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, okay, all of these in the indices, they will come down, and all of the stocks that are following these indices, they will also come down. Now let's move on to the daily chart to see like what is happening there. Okay, we are here on the daily chart. Okay, this is the daily chart. Daily chart means these are the daily candles. Okay, not hourly candles, these are the daily candles. So if you see this, the last candle that was formed on October 1st, Friday. So first the market came down heavily, and then in the second half, okay, there was a very heavy rebound in the market, very heavy rebound in the market, but still market fails. Market means this Dow Jones, okay, industrial average index, the Dow Jones index, it failed to close above these moving averages. So there are these 5 or 6 moving averages. Okay, so if I include this SMA also, so there are these, all of these moving averages on the daily basis. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, for these 4 consecutive days, 4 days, continuously 4 days, okay, the market failed to close above these moving averages. And secondly, the market also closed below the Ichimoku. This is the daily chart. Okay, the market S&P this Dow Jones index, it closed below the Ichimoku. So it is a clear sign that market is now bearish, means the Dow Jones index is bearish. Okay, and also on these 4 days, the index it closed below this the support that was it was a very heavy support, but the market it closed below this support. Okay, so it is a clear sign that Dow Jones Industrial Average Index it is now bearish. And if I sorry, so if I do the technical analysis here, so as I mentioned that the market it closed below all of the moving averages, so it is bearish. It closed below this the Ichimoku, it is bearish. Okay, and it closed below this support, which is now going to act as resistance, so it is bearish. So through all of these technical indicators, it is bearish. And if I talk about some other technical indicators here, so I have this the stock RSI, it is still bearish. Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, it is still bearish because K channel is less than D channel and the K channel is less than 50. The K channel is only 48.60. Okay, so it is still bearish, but if it moves above 50, okay, like 51, 52 or anything above 50, if the K channel moves above 50, then it will cross over this the D channel, and then it will try to form a bullish movement in the market. But as of now, it is bearish. MACD is bearish, and MACD is supporting the stock RSI. And if I talk about the momentum, okay, so there was this momentum. Okay, there was this momentum. It was building up in favor of bears, and it was very heavy momentum on this day. Okay, the momentum it was gone on this day, and now the momentum is still means it is trying to build up in favor of bears. Again, in favor of bears, the momentum is trying to build up in favor of bears. Divergence is normal. Okay, it is not a problem. Through all of these the technical indicators, on the daily chart, okay, the market is bearish. On the weekly chart, we have seen market is bearish. On the daily chart, market is bearish, which means the market is bearish. It is confirmed the market is bearish. Okay, now the trade setup. So what you need to do, so when the market opens on Monday, you need to see like what happens on Monday. Okay, like whether there will be a gap up opening or a gap down opening. Okay, and then immediately after this, the gap up or gap down opening. Okay, the market will try to move up. Okay, because look, the market is bearish. Okay, so whenever the market is bearish, okay, whenever and if there will be a gap up opening, then it always tries to move up. Okay, and in this case it will try to hit all of these moving averages, okay. So this is market is expected to do. So first it will hit this moving average, then the other. So this market, okay, market will try to move up, and if there will be any gap down opening, okay, then and like if there will be a gap down opening, and if the market doesn't move upward, then for sure it will come down. And secondly, so on Monday, what you need to see is like at the end of the day when the market closes, so you need to see whether market is able to close above this moving average. Okay, so this moving average will be moving somewhere like this. Okay, this moving average. So you need to see whether market closes above this moving average or not. So it is 34,425, 28. So 34,425, 34,425 or 28. Okay. So you need to see whether market is closing above 34,425 on Monday. And if it closes above 34,425 on Monday, remember, I'm talking about the closing of the market. Okay. So within a day, market can shoot up like this. okay, and then it will come down and it will close here. So market may shoot up like this, okay, but what we are looking for is the closing of the candle. If the closing of the candle is above 34,425, then we can expect the market to move up to 34,700. It is 34,736. So if it closes above on Monday, then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and or on subsequent days, okay, it may try to hit 34,700. 34,700. Okay, but if it fails, okay, if it fails to close above 34,425, then it will come down, okay, and it is expected to hit this the lower this the lower band of the Bollinger Band, which is around 33,800, or this small this little confluence zone, which is at 33,968. So you can say like 33,000 970. Okay, so 33,970. So this is the turning point, 34,425. So if you are a low risk trader or a medium risk trader, in that case, okay, in that case you can wait for the market to hit 34,425, okay, or you can wait on Monday, okay, and then accordingly you can take your positions in the market. Or what you can do, okay, one more thing that you can do here is, because now we know that the market is coming down, okay, that the market is a bear market, okay, it is a bear market. So what you can do, like whenever you see that the market is moving up, okay, and the market is moving up to hit 34,700, okay, and whenever it hits 34,700, then sell, okay, because market will move up here around 34,700, okay, and then eventually most likely it will fail to close above these moving averages, and then it will come down. So if you sell, okay, and if you are trading in stocks or in futures of Dow Jones, in that case you'll be able to make like around 10%, yep, approximately 10% profit. And if you are trading in options, then you can buy put options, okay, put options of 30 this moving average is at 34,400. Yes, so put option of 34,400. Okay, sorry, let me write it here. So put option of 34,400. So this will be the safe, okay, this will be the safe put. So whenever market moves up and market comes down, then in this case, okay, you'll be able to make at least 2 times or 3 times here. Sorry, not 3 times but 2 times, yes, because nowadays Dow Jones is not giving like 5 or 10 times as it used to give. So it is giving like 2 times or 3 times maximum. So you'll be able to make 2 times, okay, within a day, or within 2 days, whenever market comes down. Should you wish to learn options trading, okay, like how to like what are options, options Greeks, okay, or how to trade options, what are options trading strategies, then I have given the links to these programs in the description of this video, okay, you can take a look. Okay guys, so this was my technical analysis for Dow Jones for the week commencing from October 4th 2021.